Hey everyone, Rylis Productions here. We're going to do an unboxing of our Hotchkis upper control arms for the Mopar B&E body application. We just took advantage of their recent Super Bowl sale and picked up a bunch of their parts for the 73 Dodge Challenger build that we're going to be working on. These are part number 1110U-A, made in USA. Looks like they made them in April 2018, so last year, almost last year. We're going to open these and show you what's inside, and then we're going to show you our modifications that we do to them. We use the same exact parts in the CUDA, so we know they work. We're going to modify these arms by installing these Howe upper ball joints, part number 22320. We love these ball joints because they're really heavy duty and buttery smooth. These are the standard length OEM Mopar application. So here's the part number 22320. So we'll install these and replace the ball joints that come with the Hotchkis arms. We'll also install these rubber boots that cover the rod ends that come with the Hotchkis suspension kits. They use a lot of rod ends to articulate the parts, like the control arms, strut bars, the tie rods, and all that. But they don't sell these rubber booties to protect the rod ends. You have to buy them separately, and Hotchkis overcharges. But if you pick up this part number RERS3, it comes in a 6-pack. These are just 2 because that's all you need for the upper control arms, 2 per arm. So we'll install these and show you how it looks like. So we'll get to it. We'll open the box up, and then you guys will see what's inside. Let me get my trusty knife here. See, it's sealed. It hasn't been opened yet, so this is the first time I'm going to cut them open. And let's see what's inside here. So here's some looks like some spacers or some washers, and these are just the polyurethane bump stops. Here's some instructions, and the arm should be under all this foam. So there they go. So here are the arms from Hotchkis. They modified these to have these adjustment nuts on the outside. These are different from what is installed in the CUDA, but these adjustment nuts are supposed to make it easier to dial in some camber and more negative camber, since you don't have to take off the arm off to adjust the settings. You can just do a twist of the nut here and it adjusts it. So we'll take off these it's okay. So they come with pro-forged upper ball joints, and I know these are made in China, so I'm not too happy that Hotchkis has these. that's the reason why we replaced some of these Howe parts, because Howe, all of Howe's ball joints are made in USA, so that's why we replace these with good stuff. So we'll pause the video for now, replace them, and then we'll go from there. So here's the upper control arm from Hotchkis, how it comes right out of the box. I just took it out of the wrapping. Like I said, these are the adjustment nuts for the new version of the upper control arm for the Mopars. They have these. They have this sleeve set up here. Let me disassemble it, and you can see. So these are probably like, it's a big nut. Might be like an inch or an inch and a quarter. But you just twist it there, and it's, you can see how much easier it is to dial in some camber. There's nothing wrong with the previous arms, they're just a pain in the ass to adjust, but this is how it is for these updated control arms. These things are ridiculously expensive too. They're paid $650 for them because of the sale and all that, but they work great for the track, so I'm not complaining really. But for what you get, you guys should know what you're paying for. So here's the rod end. We're going to disassemble this and put that booty on, rubber booty on the end of it. I'm not even sure what brand these rod ends are. I'm just hoping that Hotchkis uses a good quality brand. I don't think they specify. Might be in the instructions, but I'll further read into it. So we'll install a booty into this, and this is the it's like a sleeve contraption that goes in and out of the nice TIG welded upper control arm you have here. So like I said, we'll knock out this pro forged upper ball joint. Hotchkis, there you go. And then this is their fancy geometry corrected upper control arm bracket. I guess it pushes it out, and that's how they justify the corrected geometry. But so we'll put a booty in here as well, and then take out this upper ball joint and go from there. So here we are with the Hotchkis control arms again. I installed the rubber booty on the rod end, and also, if you can see here, I installed the rubber booty inside the control arm bracket. These are a huge pain in the ass to install regardless, but it helps if you just use a screwdriver, just shove it into the booty and just pop it over the rod end. It goes in pretty easily. For this side, as you can see, this is the passenger side control arm, and the booties aren't on, but it's just to show you the comparison. This is how it comes from the from Hotchkis uninstalled, and I still got to install these, but it's a process to install the rubber booties. Like I said, you just pop it on for this rod end. For this side of the other side of the control arm, this bracket you have to disassemble, and it's stuck. It's like stuck into the bracket itself. The rod is wedged in there, because when they first install it, the rod end gets this bolt gets bolted down, and then it wedges the rod end in there, and there's no way, once you disassemble it, there's no way to pop it out easily. I called the geniuses at Hotchkis, and they didn't know how to do it themselves, so I had to figure it out myself. And how I did that was I used a coupler nut from Ace Hardware. This is a $1.20. You see, a coupler nut, and I wedged it in there. You have to screw it in here, put it in there, and then you wedge it, and then let me see here. You wedge it like so. And then you back it out like that. By doing so, use the appropriate wrenches to counteract the metal. By doing so, it expands the bracket, and that's how you can pop out the other rod end to install the booty in here. Like I said, it's a pain in the ass, and it's a bitch to get in there. It's a bitch to get out, and it actually leaves a couple of marks on the powder coat, which kind of fucks it up. But at least, I mean, I can put a dab of paint in here; it'll be fine. It'll, you know, the rust corrosion will protect it. But at least the booty is in here, and that's what's important, because you don't want these rod ends rusting, especially if this is a long-term, you know, vehicle application. So, like I said, you have to get one of these coupler nuts. This is a 3/8 24th fine thread, and you just wedge it in here, and then you use the two wrenches to expand the metal. That way this rod end will pop out real easily. But yeah, so we'll do that. We'll replace this once we get our booties. I wasn't able to take the ball joint out because I was a weak bitch and couldn't take it out using the socket, since this wasn't fixed to the car. It's a lot easier when it's fixed to the chassis. Doing freehanded like this there's no leverage, so I couldn't pop it out. But we'll do that next video and install the brand new Howe upper ball joints, and throw these Pro Forged away, or we can mail them to somebody if anybody needs them. But that's it for now. Rylis Productions out. See you guys later.